Hi guys, and happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, February 26th, and we're going to go ahead and do a quick card with this Framed Florets. Now this is in the January to April mini catalog. Hopefully that comes out okay. It's kind of overcast right now here in Chicagoland, so it's kind of hard to make sure that it's actually not pixelating, but it's on page 65. So we're going to be using that today, as well as from the same mini catalog, we're going to be using the Country Gingham 6x6 papers. All right, so just quick little card to get us started for today. All right, so I'm going to grab out my cutter. Let me see, it's under the desk here. And what I have grabbed from that Country Gingham is the 4 different colors in that same pattern. You can see that if you flip them over, though, they're not the same pattern. I'm not going to say it's a bizarre DSP pack. It's a 6x6, but usually like it's coordinating on the opposite side. On these, it's very much, so see, the greens and reds are backed up with one another. Here's the blue and red backed up. Here now you have green with the red again. Here you have blue with more like the petal pink. Now you have green with the petal pink. I mean, it's a little bizarre. So you can't ever have green and blue on the same sheet. It's a little. So if you're doing like a card where you're going to fold over, see both sides, you're probably not going to get the same colors. All right, so these are 2, and I'm going to cut it off at 2 inches, so we have 2-inch square. All right, let me put this over here. We're just going to get the base part of the card done, and then we're going to do the stamping. All right, so figure out which way you like it. I am going to get a what I would say we can't use a layer because guess what? A layer is not going to allow us that room for this little quilting method. So let's go, that's too soft. I'm not going to use my bold bases. Let me go ahead and grab what I have left of my subtle bases. All right, we'll just go ahead and we'll use this pink since none of these colors are pink. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put these down. Quilting. See how I said we can't really go on a layer? Because guess what? There is no layer. All right, so we're going to go ahead like that. Let me grab out my seal. We're going to go ahead and lay those down. Now on this, you're going to see we're going to have very little of an edge because we're only working with that 1/4 of an inch, but since we have 2 pieces laying down, we're working with an 1/8 of an inch grout, if even that. Right, let's go like that. I mean, if you wanted to have a darker layer under here, you could. Just realize you're not going to see. You're going to see a very, very fine line, because it would have to be a 4 1/8 by a 4 1/8, and you probably wouldn't have any grout on the side. This one is not cooperating with me today. Probably should get my silicone mat. That would help. All right. Oops. Moved it the last little second. Now I'll press it down. All right. So there's that part. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get some basic white scrap. Go ahead underneath my desk here. Grab out my neutrals. Oh, there's a blue in my neutrals. Grab out All right, that's vanilla. That's our, we'll still use that. That'll be fine. Let me grab out. I'm trying to think what I want to go in the middle. I think I want to do this. Let's see here. I don't want it to be too like, because this to me seems more like it's, oh, and I don't have my piercing mat out. Let me grab that really quick. Put that away. There we are. Let's go ahead. Light. All but the evening evergreen in the blends, because we're going to color this really quick. Now I know that me color is probably the least favorite thing you'd want to do right now. Remember when you're first time, don't go all the way to that line. The only reason is because it will potentially bleed over. And after you've let it sit for a second and you see how it spreads, then you can go in and finish up. Let's get all those leaves done here. See how I'm not going, you have to be very careful. I'm going to do all of the leaves. And yes, I could be using the other end, but I'm not. All right, let that sit for a second. We'll see. Now see, that to me looks like a leaf, but that, I don't think that's a leaf. I think that is actually the flower part. So guess what? I'm going to go in there and do it. All right, let's go ahead and bring this to do this. Again, not going up to that edge quite yet. And this is where the difference is between the blends and the Stampin' Right markers. With the Stampin' Right markers, when you go over a second time, I always seem to get some sort of line. You can tell I've gone over it again. With the blend, since they're alcohol based, you're not going to see when you go over that line again. In fact, if you go over another time, it's going to make it a little bit darker. But do remember you have your light and dark colors. In fact, I think I'm going to go grab the dark and those buds on the flower. I'm going to make just a little bit darker. I went a little over there. I probably should have used the other end. All right, let me go grab the dark polished and the dark freesia. I'm going to go in and make that just a little bit darker on the center, that little bud part there. All right, and the pale papaya, I'm just doing those little sprigs here. And this I am going to go over what they are, because I don't mind if that part bleeds. All right, let's put all those off to the side. Let's bring out my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the baby edition. Grab out this, which is the die that matches up to that. I'm going to be using my plate 1 and 2 of my 2s. Remember, it's a little bit different for the baby than it is for the regular. I'm going to go ahead and get that over. I'm going to lay it down here flat. I'm going to lay it flat off of these boards because my boards are a little warped. I'll grab my little piece of blue tape that I have on my camera stand, making sure it looks like I'm all lined up. And just put a little piece of tape on there so it holds. Oh, that boho blue machine is only available for a few more days. It's when you join my team, you can choose to have that as part of your starter kit, where it's normally $63. That's what I spent for it as a demonstrator. You can get it with your starter kit for an additional $30. So your starter kit is $99. You get 100 until February 28th. You get $175 worth of product. But if you spend $129, you still get $100 worth of product. But you also get your choice of either the blue or the white. So the blue, baby, the white, and you get all of the cutting pads with it. So you get the base one, you get 2 of the 2s, and you get each of the embossing plates. So you're good to go with it. All right, let me find out, since I rearranged everything here, where this is. Yeah, I'm going to put that right in the middle there. I'm going to pop it up, the pop dot. Sometimes I do this, especially if I feel like my hands are a little sticky, because I don't want to take off any of that good property. The stickiness. So we're going to put that right over the top there. You know what? Where's my little keyboard brush? There's a lot of static in the Chicagoland area this morning. All right, and now let's just go ahead for that bottom. I am going to do, let me see if this fits. It does. I'm going to do a little off center, I think. Let me grab another little block. Get my piercing mat out again. I want it a little off to the right, not centered. And then, let me see, where did I put my embellishments? I have things all over the place here. All right, because yes, once again, I rearranged my little desk. I didn't like the angle that my laptop was using when I was actually trying to go live. Or not go live, talking to you guys. So I decided I was going to rearrange again. And I don't like the way I did a little double stamp there. So we'll go ahead and put that over that. There you are. Oh, these are, sorry, let me get off. These are the adhesive back sequins, also from the January to April mini catalog. So there's sequins that actually have the adhesive on the back. There are sequins also that don't have the adhesive, just so you know. All right, let me get everything over here off to the side. So here's what we just created now. Here's another one I did where I did quite a few little cutouts. This is the inside. Let me show you. Remember how we cut out one of those frames yesterday? So I cut it out in white. This is the inside. So see how you can use that for layering. And then here I actually used, I don't even know what that's called. Let's Celebrate. It's a two-piece embossing folder. It's a half, so it fits into the mini perfectly. And I just went with a sponge dauber, and can you see that? And just highlighted that happy birthday, but it says happy birthday in many different languages. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday. I will be off. I was thinking about pre-recording a Watch It Wednesday, Finish It Friday, since I leave for Arizona on Wednesday. But I decided I'm going to give myself a little vacation time. So I will be back on Wednesday, March 8th for Watch It Wednesday. And then that following, let me grab my little calendar. And then, yeah, so then the 11th and 12th will be my weekend videos. And I'm not sure if I'm going to feature, I have two new bundles that I did order from the mini that are coming in. Not sure if I'll show those or if I'll go over whatever we find out on March 1st, thinking it's a color revamp, but I don't know. So when I get back from vacation, I will let you all know what I'm going to do at that point, but no Watch It Finish It Friday this week, this week, and nothing till Wednesday the 8th. I can't. It's so early, guys. I'm sorry. I have so much going through my head right now. And I haven't even started packing or thinking about packing. So anyway, have a great Sunday. Thanks for sticking with me through this video. Give me a thumbs up or a comment. And we'll see you all on Wednesday, March 8th. Thanks, guys.